Friends, before starting today's horror story, I want to share something interesting. About 80% of the people who watch our videos enjoy them but haven't subscribed to our channel yet. If you are among those 80%, I have a small request. Click the subscribe button below this video. It's just a small action, and if you like, press the bell icon too, so you'll be the first to know when we upload a new video. The haunted lake Rani belonged to a family of fishermen. After her father disappeared, the entire responsibility of the household fell on 13-year-old Rani. One day, her father went fishing but never returned. The villagers searched everywhere, but he was never found. Rani felt confused and angry about how her father could leave everything behind, but she had to support her family. Her mother was often sick, so Rani had to do everything on her own. Her family had been fishing for generations. She used to accompany her father to the river, and he would tell her stories about the river and its fish. He always said, "The river reflects what we think and remember." Rani never understood these words, but enjoyed listening to the stories. When she started fishing alone, the other fishermen forbade her from fishing in the main river. To support her family, she decided to find another river. The village was divided into two parts. One with the main river and houses, and the other with a dense forest. No one ventured into that forest, but it was said that a river flowed deep inside. Determined, Rani packed her fishing gear and set out for the forest. Despite living near it all her life, she had never been inside. Even in daylight, the forest was dark. She heard bats screeching and snakes slithering. She was scared but continued deeper into the forest until she finally reached the river. She leaned down to drink water, and as she looked into the river, she didn't see her own reflection, but that of her father. Startled, she jumped back, screaming, "Baba!" But when she looked again, there was nothing. She convinced herself it was just her imagination and set up her fishing net. As she tried to throw the net into the river, she lost her balance and fell into the water. She couldn't swim and struggled to get out. Suddenly, she felt something grab her leg and pull her deeper. She kicked frantically, breaking free, but when she looked back, no one was there. Shaken, she resumed fishing, ignoring the eerie feeling. Suddenly, a red cloth floated toward her. It looked exactly like the scarf her father used to wear. She tried to dismiss it as a coincidence and continued fishing. When she opened her bag to take out bait, she found a photo of her father that she hadn't brought. The photo's eyes had been scratched out. Terrified, Rani decided to leave. But as she tried to retrieve her net, it started moving violently. Thinking it was full of fish, she pulled it up. To her horror, it was her father's decayed corpse. Half his head was missing, as if some creature had eaten it. Suddenly, she sensed something behind her. From the river emerged a terrifying woman. Her hair was covered in moss, her teeth were sharp, and her body was rotting. She smiled wickedly, and the river's color turned from blue to red. Screaming, Rani ran without looking back. Since that day, Rani has never returned to the forest. No one believed her, but she knew her father had met the same fate. It took Rani a long time to recover from the trauma. Now she sells vegetables to support her family, but she still dreams of that terrifying event. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Mr. Beast, Jimmy Donaldson, and his friends, Tariq, Chandler, Chris, Josh, Jake, and Connor, decide to take on a chilling challenge in 2019, spending 24 hours in one of the world's most haunted places, the Ohio State Penitentiary, known for its eerie history. The team brings ghost hunting equipment like EMF meters, infrared cameras, night vision gear, and flashlights. They set up a base camp in the main hall of the prison, which spans over 100,000 square feet and has 6 floors. The prison's history includes a fire in 1930 that killed 300 inmates, and many died from violent fights or suicide. It's believed their spirits still haunt the place. Mr. Beast's team splits into 2 groups to explore different areas like the hospital and the solitary confinement block. In the hospital, Chandler and Josh experience strange EMF activity and hear a phantom siren sound. Mr. Beast feels dizzy and leaves the room, but they find themselves walking in circles, which feels unnatural. In the solitary confinement area, Chris and Jake encounter a dark, shadowy figure approaching them, causing them to panic and run. Jake senses heavy breathing next to him, though no one is there, and the shadow reappears suddenly, terrifying the group. Mr. Beast visits an old church that was once an execution hall. While joking about it being haunted, the walkie-talkie suddenly picks up a woman's eerie voice saying, "It's raining outside," which frightens the team. Just as they hear the voice, it starts raining heavily outside, with lightning striking. Mr. Beast finds the situation thrilling, while others are scared.